as you're watching the National Sand Drag News live stream presented by Good Vibration Motorsports. We're getting ready for Top Eliminator qualifying session number 2 for the weekend. Current number 1 qualifier is Billy Morris with a 303. And he'll be in the first pair coming up. Billy Morris in the Morris Family Racing Dragster. He'll be over here on the near side. He'll be up against Damon Hall. Damon making the trip from Bosque Farms, New Mexico in the Cranky Fiat. So on that one, Damon Hall ran his personal best of 3:17 over on the far side, and Billy Morris broke out over here on the near side. All I could hear just Dan announce that he broke out, so I don't know. He ran faster than the 295 class index. So Billy will stay number 1 with a 303. And Damon Hall, 3:17, who keeps getting quicker and quicker with the cranky ride. Next up, it's going to be the Sand Bomber, just listed out of Las Vegas. And the small block, lone alcohol dragster. Up against Paul Taylor. Or no, I'm sorry. That's Craig Brewster over on the far side. Craig in his first weekend at Top Eliminator Racing. So on that one, Jeff listed over in the near side at a 325. Definitely not what the Sand Bomber team was looking for. They'll figure it out for tomorrow. And Craig Brewster, 309, I believe was the number. We'll double check that. Like I said, we apologize. Scoreboards aren't working tonight, so we're trying to get the numbers off the announcer. Next up, it's going to be Mark Whitmore in the Whitmore Speed and Custom Altered. He'll be up against Ron DeArtney in the Red Warrior. Both of these racers went 309 the first session. They definitely can improve here. Okay, so here's what 300 was the number for Ron DeArtney, 301 the number for Mark Whitmore. A couple really nice runs. I should put them 1 and 2 in the order. So 300 the number for Ron DeArtney and 301 for Mark Whitmore. A couple of really, really nice runs there. So we're up for Ron DeArtney, number 1 qualifier so far in Top Eliminator. That was more like it for Mark Whitmore. He definitely had the front end up, did some driving. A very nice run for that team. So you are watching the National Sandbag News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. We're here at the 2017 SCSDA Hammer Down Nationals at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California. And we're going to clean the track and come back with more Top Eliminator qualifying session number 2.
Vegas job at 4,200.
Check out the sunset over there, folks. Wow, that is crazy. Unfortunately, pretty crazy view over there. As we clean the track up, it looks like the tractors are making the turn down there. So what's going on? Yes, we are 300-foot sand drag racing. We're here at the Soboba Casino, San Jacinto, California. They do have chairs set up on the bank over on the other side there, but you can also bring your own chairs and stuff to sit down, so either way works. Got lots of seating, definitely. Be sure to go to nationalsanddragnews.com for all the info. If you want to know more on the SoCal Sand Drag Association, go to SoCalSandDrags.com. And then next month we'll be in Avenal, California for the Avenal Sand Drags Fall Nationals. You can go to AvenalSandDrags.com for more information on that. We're going to finish up top Eliminator here. There should be about another 6 or 7 cars. And then we will go to Fast Fours and then to Pro Mod. That's the game plan here. They will round out tonight's racing. Guys, there goes the track grooming equipment, so we're getting ready for more top Eliminator. No, Mark and Terry haven't run yet. I know they're here, they should be in the lanes. Jimmy D, he should be up for Pro Mod. And there's the cars in the lanes getting ready to go. Like I said, there should be like 6 or so more cars here in top Eliminator. And then we'll go to Fast Fours and then to Pro Mod. So your current #1 qualifier in top Eliminator is Ron D'Artney with a 300. They're on the 295 index in this category. Mark Whitmore's #2 with a 301, and Billy Morris #3 with a 303. We get ready for the next pair to start up. Looks like Dave Huffman's going to be up next. So we're getting ready for the next pair of top Eliminator to come out. 295 index. You want to run as close to 2.950 as possible without breaking out, without going faster than that number. It's a great equalizer in this category. A lot of fast cars. Very, very competitive class. Well, apparently we ran out of the top Eliminator for right now, so we're going to go to fast fours. It'll be Robert Skidmore here in the near lane out of Phoenix up against Daniel King in the Animal Control, your current #1 qualifier. So Robert Skidmore goes 287 here in the near lane. Daniel King goes 307 over in the far lane. So that'll put Skidmore as your #1 qualifier so far. Play a couple nice passes. Well, a couple really, really good runs there for fast fours to start off this round. Up, you're going to have Sally Rasmussen over on the far side. Up against Lance Kay out of Hawaii. So both cars got down through there. I couldn't hear Dan the man give us the numbers, so we'll get those numbers here in a little bit. Both cars got down the track, so unfortunately the scoreboards are not working right now, so definitely making it a little difficult for us to give you the info, but they are getting times and stuff. We'll have the full rundown of qualifying on nationalsanddragnews.com tonight. So we're at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California for the SCSDA Hammer Down Nationals. We're running Fast Fours qualifying session number 2. Looks like we're going back to top Eliminator. We're going to have Tristan Graham making another licensing pass. Tristan Graham, licensing pass for top Eliminator. Really nice full pass for Tristan. Unfortunately, can't quite hear what Dan said on that one, but very good A to B run for Tristan's final licensing pass. So he should be good to go for eliminations and qualifying as it continues on. Dave Huffman blowing out the Humvee. So 335 for Dave Huffman on that one. I believe that's his Pro Mod qualifier.
So a little more advanced.
So Dave Huffman, 335.
Could you hear what he ran?
335, Jim.
335. They pulled the motor down. At least he went all the way down the track for a change.
That's right, that's right. Look good. So Dave Huffman, 335 the number on that one. Always good to see Jim DePass out here at the races. He tunes Dave Huffman's car. We'll see Jimmy DePass out here some point this weekend. And we got more Fast Four cars in the lanes ready to go. So once the track's cleaned up, we'll come back with more. You are watching the National San Diego News live stream presented by Good Vibrations Motorsports. We're at the SCSDA Hammer Down Nationals in San Jacinto, California. 300. Sorry about the interruption there for a second, guys. Let me know if it's back and going good. We had a little interruption there for a second. We should be back live. Had a little hiccup there for a moment. So anyways, we're getting ready to finish up Friday night qualifying. We've seen some awesome racing action so far. We saw Matthew Ludlow and the Coldwater Kid Top Fuel Dragster go 2:23. Personal best time, #1 qualifier for Top Fuel so far. Awesome job for the Coldwater Kid Arizona Air Compressor FS Curtis team. Top alcohol, your #1 qualifier so far is Jake Morton with a 261. And your #1 qualifier in Top Eliminator is Ron Diartney with a 300. A beautiful evening here in Southern California. We had high temps around 90 here this afternoon. Had a nice breeze all day, which kind of helped keep it seem somewhat tolerable. So big shout out to everybody checking in here on the live stream as we finish up Friday night qualifying here at the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California. I see San Diego is watching. Where's everybody else checking in from tonight? We had some really good racing action today. We had a pretty good pro car gambler class. Tommy Zavala took the win. Got the final round win over Charlie Johnson. Charlie turned it red. Left a little too soon. Tommy got the win light. So congratulations to the Zavala racing team on the win today. Shout out to everybody checking in. I see we got Idaho in the house. Got our friend Derek Howard checking in from Atoka, Oklahoma. Escondido here, Ohio. Daryl Rowe from Michigan. A big shout out to Daryl and the whole team. Rowe Racing team. 289 in a buggy. Daryl's the man. That's all I got to say about that. Awesome job, guys, last weekend. Super Dave's checking in from Washington. And get a big shout out to Super Dave and the Las Vegas Jeep Club, all those guys. AZ checking in. Got some more San Diego. Hesperia. Arizona Air Compressor checking in. Awesome. Great job, guys, tonight. Coldwater Kid team put down an awesome layup. Shout out to Mike Smith checking in from Burrow. We got Bakersfield here. Got the Cronin family checking in. John Cronin is at the front of the lanes. He should be first out here for Fast Fours. Here's some four-cylinder 4-cylinder action going on there. There they are checking in across the street there. So there we go, 4-cylinder Fast 4s coming up. Looks like it's going to be John Cronin over on the far side. Sporting a new body on his dragster this weekend. Up against Chris Loffer in the Sand Hater. We got the win out here at the, gosh, when was that? April event, the last race here. Chris Loffer went down through there. I believe he said 284. We'll wait for the official word from Dan, but I believe he said 284 for Chris Loffer, and I believe they said 3 plat for John Cronin, so. We'll wait to hear the official word on that. But a couple of really good runs there. Here comes Don Minkle. But that sure looks like the old bad news, or bad news. Having some troubles there at the hit. Unfortunately, couldn't get a really good run there, but they'll keep after it. New ride for Don. On the previous pair, Chris Loffer 284 was correct. John Cronin was 324. So 324 for John Cronin. Chris Loffer 284 on the pair before. Well, guess what, folks? We're down to the last run of the night. And it is going to be Bill Peterson in the Villain. They've resurrected the Villain. The Peterson team ran this car back in the 70s and 80s, and they reacquired it and brought it back out to run Top Alcohol. Bill's making his licensing passes in this car. So we'll see Bill Peterson up here in just a moment, making a hit to round out day one at the 2017 Hammer Down National. So we want to give a big shout out to all of the fine folks that made this coverage happen this weekend. Good Vibrations Motorsports, Southern California OTR Recycling, Greg Tungett, So Bill Peterson makes a full pass there to round out tonight's action. So a big shout out to all the fine folks that make this happen. Good Vibrations Motorsports, Southern California OTR Recycling, Mr. Greg Tunga, the SCSDA, Mike, Terry Gazzini, the whole family there that put these events on, as well as Rialto Trophy, Todd and Tricia Kinney. We also want to thank Hammer Down Racing, Dennis Wright, Morris Family Racing, the whole Morris crew over there, as well as Fast Track Construction out of Vegas, Mark Munoz, MPC Racing, Mark Ratliff, and Kevin Williams Racing. A big shout out to all these folks that make this coverage happen. And that's it for day one. We'll be back tomorrow with more sand drag action from the Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California. Signing off for tonight.